Hello and welcome to the Wellness Agents, where we're back with another special guest who will be appearing at the Real Health Show, May the 10th at the Italian Club in Bunbury. I'd like to introduce you to Sharon Rose from the Anastasia Plan. The Anastasia Plan has market stalls promoting homegrown health and wellness and runs workshops incorporating aspects from the Anastasia books. Welcome, Sharon. I'm looking forward to hearing more about this because I read these books many years ago and they were very inspirational. And yeah, I'd be keen to know what you're doing with all this.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you. Yes, the books are very inspirational, aren't they?
Yeah,
Um, I guess when I was around the age of 30, I ended up in the bottom of life's pit. So that's when I started to search for, well, actually, who am I as a human being?
yeah,
And, that led me on a bit of a wellness journey, I guess, lots of different workshops and, meditation classes and really wiping away the grime of that conditioning that we all carry.
yeah.
To step into my authentic self. And 10 years ago, so I'm a book reader. And so I read so much and was very lucky to have met so many amazing teachers, both, physical and in books as well. But
Yeah,
10 years ago, a friend loaned me those Anastasia books, and it was like, oh my God, here's the bottom of the iceberg that I've been searching for.
yeah.
The questions that I still had after all the books I read, and I read all 9 books in 10 days. For some reason, I ended up with 10 days off work.
Wow,
Um,
a lot of reading.
I know, never happened.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
perfect timing.
yeah.
Um, but for me, having grown up on the farm and a deep connection to the land and
Mhm.
to nature, it just cemented so many things that I'd grown up with, but also those golden nuggets of information and knowledge that I found among so many of the old cultures of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so it was totally amazing. And I turned 60 last year, and I made the decision early last year to leave my job, which wasn't fulfilling, and to do this for a living. So I had market stalls and was talking about the books before COVID,
Yeah.
but people weren't really interested in growing their own and
Mm,
that pathway. So I kept on working and saving for my house build. That's the other thing. Being a farmer's daughter, not a farmer's son, I
yeah.
wasn't actually allowed to belong to the land.
Mm,
So us girls had to go our own way in life. And I think at the age of about 5, I cast a little dream. And my dream was that one day I would have the right to belong to the land and I would be able to build my homestead, grow my orchard, my veggie garden, just the same as our ancestors had done. And as I grew up, tending and growing all those amazing plants
yeah,
myself.
yeah,
Um, so I ended up, as that conditioning tells us, when we're women, we must do what the man
yeah,
says. So
yeah.
we we end up living in different locations and following their dreams.
Absolutely.
So
Mm,
I gave away a lot of life following other people's dreams.
mm.
And 20 years ago, I was able to come back to Western Australia. And only recently, I finally have the right to belong to my family land. I've been owner building my home. I've been able to plant my trees a few years ago now with a family agreement in place. So
Yeah.
it's been a long journey.
Oh, it sounds
And
amazing. Yeah, yeah. It's
it's
the
been lovely
realness.
to,
Yeah,
yes, yes. And it's been lovely to talk with people at market stalls. And I have plants for sale, lunar calendars, herbal teas, mostly fennel tea at the moment.
yeah,
So just promoting the simply living lifestyle,
yeah,
and also a chance to talk about the Anastasia books as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yes, I. I'm just so amazed that this concept is something, and the knowledge and wisdom in the books unites the past and is a step-by-step approach for the future as well. And in a world that feels like it's gone a little crazy,
Yeah.
it's it's so lovely to have like a common sense and logical approach when
Yeah.
the ego seems to dominate.
Yes. And the wisdom in those books, it's timeless, isn't it? It's timeless
Yes,
wisdom. Yeah. Yeah.
it is timeless wisdom,
Yeah.
and it connects us to our ancestors who lived thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the knowledge hasn't been anywhere. It's such a relief. And, through Anastasia's persistence and perseverance, and also the writer as well,
Yeah.
because it wasn't easy for him, as a non-writer, but he kept his promise that he would share her knowledge with the world, which he does.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
due to them working together, the world is a changing place. It's the good news we
Definitely.
don't see on TV.
That's exactly it. And there is a lot of good news around, and unfortunately, we don't see it, which is why I don't watch the TV. But there is so much good happening, and that's what we're really hoping, that this event will bring people together like yourself and create this sort of connected community of like-minded people that can start helping the broader community to take their power back and start living empowered lives, and to start
Yes,
thinking about, the grassroots stuff that really sustains us, like seasonal eating, seasonal growing,
yes.
connecting to the earth again, going back to those ancient ways of being. And like you said, simplifying life. We've sort of got to do this huge, it's like, when your computer's struggling and going slow, you defrag it. I feel like we all need to be defragged. The world needs defragging and we get
We
back to the
do.
basics. Yeah, yeah,
Definitely. And
yeah,
it starts with thoughts, doesn't it? It's like taking
absolutely.
stock.
Yeah,
It's almost like doing a stock take, like, where are we actually headed here?
yeah,
What changes can we make? And there's actually so much we can do.
yeah.
Um, Another book I really love that is called Braiding Sweetgrass by Rowan Walker-Mira. And
Okay,
she has
haven't heard of that one.
um, she's a Native American, amazing person, and I was so lucky when I lived in Queensland that I had a beautiful, I call them my adopted family
Yeah,
of Native American people, and that they were so gorgeous. And it really, I mean, it opened my eyes to, to what it was actually like, in the stolen generation for them as well as Indigenous Australians. But their
yeah.
philosophy was so similar to how I grew up. And Robin Walker-Mira's book Braiding Sweetgrass really puts um, into book form so many of the lessons that I learned, but with my Native American friends. And I was always reading and researching about the culture as well. But
Yeah,
she has a saying in the book that we're almost it's almost a tidal wave of information about the things that is causing climate change, or the effects of climate change, but there's almost nothing about what we can do. And
no,
actually there's so much we can do,
so
and
much
it
we
all
can
starts
do.
with thoughts. Yeah.
It
And
does,
we
and
need to focus
yeah,
on that.
we do, and it starts with the individual. There is so much
Yes,
each one of us can do right now. It's like, one of my favorite sayings is, "Be the change you want to see in the world," because if everyone was the change they wanted to see and started with themselves in here, imagine that ripple out into the greater consciousness. We'd see just an instant change straight away. It would
exactly.
it would hit that scale where they measure what the emotional state of the world is at any one time. It would make a big
Yes,
difference. And that's the nice thing.
absolutely.
And people, I think, have
Yes.
got a bit lost, and they've almost given their
Yep.
power away in this society where we've been sort of we've become so sick because of all the things that have been happening to our air, to our water, to our food, to our what's infiltrating into our mind and consciousness through our education
Yeah.
and media, but also just lost and sort of getting sicker and sicker, and then needing a quick fix, then wanting a quick fix, and looking up to a medical model that is failing. failing people on so many levels, especially those with chronic illness and disease. And it's really sad to see. But this is the sort of thing that we want to empower people to come back and take your power back, because humans are incredibly resourceful, but also innately wise. You know, we have within us, don't we, all the wisdom we
Yes,
need to regenerate and heal.
we do.
Yeah. But not many people are told that. So it's like we need to, take it back and start doing those little things like you say with your whatever's growing seasonally and the fennel tea. And it sounds simple, but it sort of is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple.
I know, exactly. It totally goes against the commerce model. And,
Yeah.
when you stop and look out in the world, so much of what we do is actually in support of commerce and not actually benefiting ourselves.
Absolutely. It's adding to the
Of
clutter.
course,
Mm.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
totally.
It's all that
And
commercialism.
yes, it's very successful, isn't it? Because commerce really teaches us that without this, then we won't be okay. We won't be a worthy
Yeah.
human being. We
Yeah.
need this to
To be worth
to get our
something.
shot in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Everything to
clever.
take us out of here, isn't it? Sort of like we've really been taken
Yes,
out of our hearts, and yeah, it's time to
totally.
come back.
Yes, I agree.
And you opened with a really powerful statement where you said, it was time to get to know yourself. I think you said something along those lines. And pretty much, I mean, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Our question really needs to be, who am I? And what am I here
Yes,
for? Because that would
I
lead you
know.
down an incredible path of self-discovery and
Mm.
self-empowerment.
It did, because we all
Yeah,
have gifts, talents, and abilities, and it's so sad that some people never get to discover that.
yeah,
They might spend their life working or caring for others, and and that to me is a tragedy, because
yeah,
life is a gift.
yeah, yeah,
And when I've had really down days, I go for a walk in the cemetery, because I have friends and family members there, and they don't have choice. They can't change anything, but I can.
yeah,
I can
yeah,
make I can make different choices, and I can make change, every minute of every day.
yeah, absolutely. It's powerful. So,
It
Sharon,
is.
what can people expect when they visit your store on May the 10th? What can they
Yeah.
expect when they come and see you?
I'd love a good conversation.
Yeah, 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 great. And will you have
um,
will you have the books there for people to purchase?
I do, yes.
Yep, yep,
And I also have a Facebook group for Western Australia, so Anastasia Readers Group Western Australia.
yep,
People can join the Facebook group, and I keep posting the link up from Vladimir Migri, the writer, and you can get his PDFs and audiobooks as well, which is a little bit cheaper for people. But I also have plants available as well, mostly culinary, some medicinal,
great.
um, and some fragrant and pollinators as well. So
Beautiful.
as you say, if we can grow, then we have less
Yeah,
packaging, we have less air mile,
yeah,
less
yeah,
road mile. So
yeah,
yeah, it's just stepping back and taking our power back. And of course, we have all the benefits of homegrown. Nothing's
yeah,
been, sitting on a shelf. It's picked right there, and there's also less waste, because for instance, if you're growing a lettuce, then you just pick as you need. You don't have to
yeah.
cut the whole lettuce and stick it in the
No,
fridge.
and no, exactly. I do the same thing. It's just the most rewarding, heart-filling thing to go out and snip my herbs, snip my lettuce, get a bit of rocket, get a few little bitter herbs and put them in your sandwich. It's the best. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's lovely. I'm
I
really
have
looking
learned.
forward to seeing you on the day and yeah,
Thank
visiting
you.
your stall. Yeah.
Thank
Any
you. Looking
parting
forward to
words?
it too.
Yeah, any parting words of wisdom, Sharon, before we wrap up?
Yes, as Mandy Morris says, that if all we do is raise our conscious awareness, then 99% of our problems just vanish. Reading the books is a way of raising conscious awareness, because it connects to the wisdom and knowledge of thousands and thousands of years ago, in a time when people lived in love and kindness, as opposed to the present society, which is really driven by fear and scarcity. So if you get a chance to read the books, please read them. And they're not always so easy to read because the author, it's the first book he's written, but please persevere. And yes, we can do so much, as you say, just as an individual, and raising our consciousness is key to that.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you for your time. Really looking forward. You've inspired me now. I need to read it again. So if you can email me the link, and I'll put the link in the bottom of this video when we post it on the YouTube channel. So do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll put that in. And just a message to all those listening that we would love you to give this video a like and to hit the subscribe button so that we can grow this Wellness Agents YouTube channel. It is a new channel. Wellness Agents has been around for a few years, but we sort of got a bit shut down over COVID, but we're back now, and we'd love to grow this channel. And if we can get over 50 subscribers before our event, then we can stream live from the event. But if we haven't got that number, we won't be able to. And we'd really love to stream live as we're enjoying the whole day and share that out to the world as well. So yeah, give it a subscribe, give it a like. Book your tickets online. If you book online, you get extra tickets in the door prizes, and there's a great variety of door prizes. So we'd really encourage you to get online, book your ticket, and come and join us on the day. There's going to be over 20 vendors. There's a whole day of presentations taking place. There'll be a coffee van there when you walk in to support you, and also we will have some refreshments available. So I don't think it'll be hard to spend a few hours at the Real Health Show, and we really hope you'll join us on the day. We'll be back again in a few days with more interviews, more information, so stay tuned, and we'll be back soon. Bye.
This content is created for informational purposes only. Always seek the guidance of a qualified health professional with any questions you may have regarding your personal health.